going to welcome in my Golf Week colleague Bethan Nichols and Grant Boone. Bethan, I want to start with you. Is Hannah Green the most underrated great player in the game right now? I mean, I get that she's in the top 10 in the world. Doesn't get a lot of fanfare, but she does seem to get a lot of trophies.
It's interesting. She sort of reminds me of Nelly in that her wins seemingly happened so long ago that I was like, oh yeah, that was this year. She hasn't had the most consistent season, but anytime you find yourself in the same breath as Kari Webb, and she's the first Australian player to win 3 times in a season since Kari in 2006, then you know that you're doing something right. She had that remarkable 2019 season and then was slowed down, unfortunately, with the pandemic. It was tough for everyone, but especially tough for a player like Hannah, who, you know, has to go home all the way in Australia, and they had some really strict restrictions for quite a while. So it's great to see her firing on all cylinders as a newlywed and really feeling good inside and outside the ropes.
Grant, are we experiencing an Aussie Renaissance post-Kari Webb with the likes of Hannah Green in Minjee Lee? It just looks like the Aussie, contingent on the LPGA is super strong right now.
Well, you've got Grace Kim, who won last year as a rookie on the LPGA Tour, and Grace has contended multiple times this year. And I look at it and I think this is Kari Webb growing the game, giving back to the game. I mean, it's one thing to write a check, and that's great, but to mentor young people like she did Minjee Lee and like she did Hannah Green and Grace Kim. When we went back to Lancaster Country Club for the U.S. Women's Open this year, it was a bit of a homecoming for Hannah Green. She had not been there since she was there before turning pro. She was there with Kari Webb back in 2015. Kari takes those young Aussies to these big events to give them a taste of what it could be. And Grace Kim was right there at Hazeltine when Hannah won in 2019. So that's Kari, who I think has been as fine an ambassador as we've had in the modern era.
Bethan, you mentioned Nelly Korda, something of a mixed bag for all the highs and all the successes and the wins and the awards coming her way. She's now back on the DL again. What's the latest in terms of her health status?
Well, she used the word minor. So, I fully expect to see her at the Pelican, which it came out today that she's committed, of course, to play in those last 2 events. So, I'm not really too overly concerned about her health right now. I think, it's tough going over to Asia after a long year, and maybe she just needs a little bit of extra time to get everything in as good as she wants it. But I definitely think, as I mentioned with Hannah, it's been an historic, incredible year for Nelly. But then on the other hand, it's been a mind-blowing year for Nelly. When you look at those horrible scores at 2 major championships, it went from, can anyone stop Nelly Korda, to can Nelly Korda make a cut in a major? So it was amazing how fast it turned around. And then, of course, at the AIG Women's Open, she had a chance there. It looked like she had it in her grasp, and then just sort of gave it away down the stretch on Sunday. Unfortunately, this season we could talk about it in so many different ways if just a few things had turned just a bit.
Grant, I'm curious. Some would say, Nelly, just go out there, make birdies and eagles, and that is your job. Others would say, we need you to transcend, cut through, be a superstar. It seemed as though, as the year wore on, we saw her a bit in commercials, Met Gala, that she became a little more comfortable in letting us in. Do you see an evolution, or is this someone who's never going to be an extrovert, as maybe many would like her to be?
I think you always have to be who you are. At the same time, you need to recognize what your responsibility is. I mean, Mike Juan came up with the term act like a founder. Not every single one of those was a Patty Berg, who was, a pistol and just would tell everybody, here's where you need to be on this Pro-Am day, or here's what we're doing for this clinic. Not everybody is like that. I think Annika Sorenstam is a good example. Annika was the introvert's introvert and told stories about losing tournaments as a junior on purpose because she didn't want to give an acceptance speech. But Annika stepped out, went to Colonial, where all she could do was fail in the estimation of many, and she represented the LPGA Tour. She did things that maybe weren't in her comfort zone. So I think Nelly has already done what she thinks is a lot, and there will always be people who want her to do more. Go be on the Today Show. Go be on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Go take these opportunities to transcend the tour. That's what you feel like this tour needs so often. It's a bit unfair to ask of them, whereas Scottie Scheffler who was on ESPN College Game Day the other day making picks. He can kind of pick and choose whatever he wants, and the PGA Tour is always going to be a bit more popular. But for Nelly, I think it's always going to be, something that she's not comfortable with particularly. But I think anytime you do anything like that, if you're Nelly, you feel like, hey, I've done this. And at the end of the day, I'm here to speak with my clubs. And she certainly spoke at a volume that we haven't heard in decades, if ever, the first half of this year.
Well, we certainly wouldn't encourage Nelly to get arrested at a major championship to draw some attention.
Whatever it takes, whatever it takes.
On that subject, though, Grant, how big a deal is it, speaking of transcendent athletes, to have Caitlyn Clark playing in a Pro-Am on the LPGA Tour? Because everywhere Caitlyn Clark goes these days, she brings a lot of eyeballs.
I think anytime you get Caitlyn Clark involved with an event that you're doing, Taylor Swift, let's go. Whatever anyone we can get. Taylor has a golf club in her, in her show. I'd love to see her involved. She's got some roundabout connections to the LPGA Tour, I know. Caitlyn is one of those transcendent stars, and she's going to be with Nelly there at the Pelican coming up in just a few weeks' time. When she nearly made a hole-in-one the other day, she hadn't played a lot of golf in her life, but when she nearly made a hole-in-one the other day, the LPGA actually put it up, on their social media. So that tells you something, doesn't it?
Beth Ann, what do you think? Can Caitlyn Clark add her star power to the LPGA in a lasting way, or is this going to be a day or 2 day story and the golf world moves on?
Well, I definitely think Pro-Am Day is going to be absolutely fascinating. Normally it's a really sleepy day at the office for LPGA players, but she's going to actually play alongside both Annikas, of course, the tournament host, and Nelly. And I'm really interested to see what Nelly takes from this experience of being alongside Caitlyn, seeing how many fans come out, how she handles herself for the whole occasion. I think it'll be really fascinating because whether it's fair or not, everybody's been asking Nelly, can you do for the LPGA what Caitlyn Clark has done for the WNBA? So, I'm really looking forward to it. And I would venture to say this won't be the last time that we see, Caitlyn Clark involved in the LPGA. So I think this is just kind of the beginning.